Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today with a review for an unorthodox title, NBA Playgrounds, a game created in the vein of NBA Jam, NBA Street, those arcade-style sports games that are designed to get people who don't really like sports into sports. So think of a game like MLB Slugfest, NHL Hit, FIFA Street, games along those lines, and that's what this game aims to do, is bring more people into the basketball scene through an arcade-style 2v2 game. So does it stand the test of time and add another arcade classic to the list, or is it just a menial product? Let's start off by addressing that this is $20 on all systems, whether you buy it on the PC, PS4, Xbox One, or the Nintendo Switch, which I actually played it on because I thought this game was ideal for that, whether you dock it and play on your TV, or you take it on the go, or you disconnect both Joy-Cons and play with your friends. I thought this game fit perfectly for it, and it did. Co-op with this game is a blast. Like I said, it's 2v2, so you and one friend can share the same screen and play together as you set up these cool alley-oops and plays, crossing up your opponent. It's a really good time and usually gets you laughing because you're doing such ridiculous stuff because it's so arcade style. Now granted, it is a $20 title, so it's really subjective, but I personally felt it didn't offer enough content right now because you have the exhibition mode and then you have tournaments. Now tournaments are really glorified exhibitions as you travel around the globe throughout these tournaments and you play through 4 rounds of players, and after each match you earn XP for both your user level and your players themselves. When your user level goes up, you get card packs, and these packs represent players. Now you can't buy these packs through microtransactions. It's not real money, only obtained in-game, which I think is a very respectable move given the fact that this is an NBA game. They could have made a lot of more money off of that, so I do like that it's all through the game. Like I said, you can also get your player level up, and when your player level goes up, you unlock new different types of crossovers and dunks that you can do so your player looks more flashy, but you're not actually doing something differently, if you get what I'm saying. It's really the game giving you a new animation, but you're just pressing the same button, so to say. It's not like in an NBA Street where when you go up in the air, you do a couple of different flick tricks with your right thumbstick and you'll do all these different moves and rack up more points. No, it's nothing along those lines. In fact, what happens is as you cross up opponents and finish off cool shots and dunks, you earn points on your lottery pick bar, which then once it fills up, you get a special power-up, whether it's ×2 shooting inside the paint or outside on the 3-point line, unlimited stamina where you can sprint around and jump and push people over as much as you want, and a ball that turns electric, which means that you can't miss the shot, but if you alley-oop it and turn it into a combo, it actually gives you 4 points. And then on top of that, there's a lot of different point multipliers where if you have just the perfect shot, as in your timing on release is just right, you get an extra point. So there's a lot of different permutations throughout the game itself that make you actually try and pay attention compared to those games previously from our childhood. And that's one thing I do have to commemorate this game for. It really locked me in. I couldn't just dick around and not pay attention. I actually had to focus on the game because as the tournaments you go deeper and deeper, they do actually get difficult. But this game does have very strange AI. If I just stand there with the ball in my own zone, they won't play defense on me, and I thought that was a little silly, especially when the clock's running down and the game's about to end and it's a close match. I usually just burned off the clock instead of actually playing because that was the safer way to win. Comebacks in this game are very well possible, especially with the lottery pick bar. It makes games even more intense where you'll be down by 12 and think with a minute left you're out of it, but all of a sudden you get double points inside the paint and you find yourself right back into it, getting 4 points a shot. It's really actually a surprisingly competitive game, and that's why the online mode would make this game all the more fun. When it comes to the technical aspect of NBA Playgrounds, it runs fairly smoothly. I didn't have any frame dips, and I had only one single crash, and it happened to be the time I docked the game. So I hope this doesn't come up too often with the Switch, but it seemed like just an odd error. I don't see it happening anymore as I played it consistently. As for the sound in NBA Playgrounds, let's start off with the commentary, which is not good at all. Not only in comparison to previous entries such as NBA Street, but NBA Playgrounds commentators are flat out boring. They don't have any personality, any excitement, and once again, yes, I'm gonna look at NBA Street and think of how exciting, how funny the commentator was in those games compared to this one where it was, like I said, relatively flat. Also, the music itself, when it comes to each individual court in its own region of the world, I thought had fitting theme music, and the main menu music gets a little annoying. It's a little cheesy if I'm quite honest, but overall I think I'd be nitpicking if I really complained about it too much. But the sound is passable, nothing special, and the commentary you can actually turn off in the settings. So I think the developers were pretty self-aware that this kind of sucks. So if you guys want to turn that off, go for it. You really won't regret it. So should you pick up NBA Playgrounds? If you're looking for a decent arcade title to play with a friend, whether online or couch co-op, yeah, go for it. I mean, it's a fun time. It's not nearly as good as NBA Street or NBA Jam. In fact, it's the poor man's version of those games, but that doesn't make it bad because those games, in my opinion, were so good and it's really hard to rival against them. It finds its own identity rather than mimicking them, which is why I respect NBA Playgrounds through its really ginormous player model heads, as well as the lottery pick bar, the competition, the actual having to try. These are differences I didn't expect in this title, so I definitely think it's worth your $20 if you're into those types of games, but if you're passing on it, there's plenty of awesome games in 2017 so far that you can spend your money on. This is just a little thing that maybe if you're looking for some fun with a friend for a couple of days that you can dive into. Anyway, that'll be all for my review. We have a lot of them coming your way, so I do hope you guys stay tuned. Other than that, be sure to leave your thoughts on this game in the comments down below. Follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. The links are in the description as well. Do consider supporting my Patreon. It helps fuel all the content we create here. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.